It's our Monday night opener for the season. Both teams are set up, and off we go. Devin Duvernay to return it.
Devin Duvernay on the return. The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 23-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is first and 10. Herbert now off the play fake. Got to him right as he threw it, and it falls to the ground. Looking for his wide receiver there. And that'll bring up second down.
Kate, I think that's a little taster, a little entree of what's to come for this wide receiver. He's going to have to make some plays into some contested coverages, and he couldn't do it right there.
Couldn't connect on first. It's second down. From the gun, it's Tracy. He won't be able to get past the line, and very quickly, Brock, they're going to be facing third down to begin this ballgame.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, and they got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Third and 10. Can this offense get it done? Herbert from the gun. Oh, try and force it into the slant. It's intercepted. Kane Toronto makes the play. And the Bears are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception. So the first drive of the game ends not in points, Brock, but in an INT.
And I get it. Opening drives aren't always going to end up with points or a touchdown. Good thing, though, there's a lot of opportunities left to make up for that miscue.
And he takes this one in for a Chicago touchdown. The Bears parlay the interception into points. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Raider able to tack on the extra point. And the Bears take a 7-0 lead as he starts this year 1-for-1. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Return starts from the goal line. And he's brought down just inside the 25.
Take over first and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this first and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. This one intended for the running back. And now it's second down.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, we really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. He lets one fly deep downfield. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Gonna have to wait a little longer for his first catch of the game. And that's gonna leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
You know they're going to keep giving him looks, keep calling pass plays. You cannot survive a game without a completion. But the results so far, yeah, they've been a little bit rough.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Complete beyond the marker. And he's got them quite the gain here, partner, as he finally is brought to a stop.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him, only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. A handoff to Tracy. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles, well, they stuff the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before they get started.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. To throw, Herbert. Setting up the running back screen. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
Gotta be a pretty good actor. Gotta be pretty good at selling to that defense. That's a drop back pass. When you get a big play on the screen like that, boy, it's choreography by everybody on that offense.
Shotgun snap, a gift to Tracy. He finds space for a few yards that time. Kirby Joseph up for the stop.
Got to be rush hour, Kate, because there's a whole lot of traffic up the middle right there. He ran right into some gridlock, and he could only manage a few yards at most.
From the 27. Has him on the quick hitter. And just gets back to the line of scrimmage.
You get this big old dude like him in the slot, it's an automatic mismatch advantage. You're trading a little bit of speed, sure. You sure do get a lot of size. And anytime he's in the slot, you got to assume the ball's going his way.
Herbert now to throw on 3rd. Oh, what a hit! Stars the ball loose. Bears pick it up, headed the other way. And deep in their own territory, they're going to take possession now after the fumble. If there was a metaphorical panic button over there right now, partner, I feel like this would be the time to press it.
And you know me, I take the elevator right down to the field and press it now.
And this defense, man, they have seized on the opportunity that's been presented to them early.
And here's what happens with defenses. Once they feel an offense is loose with the ball, this poor ball security, they're going to be ripping and clawing and tearing for it all game long.
Gives to Montgomery to start the drive. Small gain there, maybe 3 if he's lucky to begin this drive.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Hits him on the out route. And he's taken down here at the 16-yard line.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Here we go on 4th down, Tagovailoa. That's Ferguson. He brings it in. And he's able to get it to the 21 as he goes down. They hit him for 5 yards on 4th down and get the successful conversion.
That pitch and catch won't show up as a big play on the stat sheet, but it gives his own defense a little time to rest and gives an offensive coordinator a new set of downs to work with.
A new set of downs awaits him. Here's 1st and 10. They give up the gut to Montgomery. And he'll be met near the line to limit the game to a yard. Jalen Petrie there on the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Tua off the play fake. Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Vikings defense countering with a nickel look. 3rd down coming. Tua now from the gun. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
A big loss on the play. Brings up 4th down.
So we're down to 3 quarters remaining in our opening weekend of football. 7-0 is our score. Back to Soldier Field in just a moment. We're back and all set for the 2nd quarter. Bears football. And on 4th down, they're about ready to punt. And he gets it away from his end zone. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at the Bears' 48-yard line.
Vikings to the line now. Here's 1st and 10. Staying between the tackles with Tracy. This is ahead for about 5. Making the stop that time, Taron Johnson.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
1st down run gets him 6. So now it is 2nd and 4. And he sent a man in motion. Here's Tracy once more. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
They send a tight end in motion. 1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And this one's going the wrong way. Nice win for that defense as they send it backwards.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
To the air this time, Herbert. Throwing the out route complete. And they bring him down around the 34.
Kate, if there was one throw in the game plan that kept me up at night more than any other, it was an out route versus zone coverage. Because you got to throw with anticipation, but you also got to make sure those defenders' eyes aren't reading you like a book.
On 3rd down, Herbert. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete. Intended target there was Sam Laporta. And it's 4th down.
It's been plays like that that have kept this game scoreless, and they can't execute. They will continue to do so.
The offense is not coming off this field. They're trying it on 4th and 7. They snap it to Herbert. That's cut beyond the marker. And they're going to stop him, but he got enough to make it 1st and goal from the 8.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a 1st down.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Herbert to throw once more. He's got it. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Now it's 2nd and goal from the 1. Robinson will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Big moment for them here to begin this new season. Here's 3rd and goal. There's another for him. Ooh, no luck. He tried. He was frightened, but they send him backwards on 3rd and goal.
Kate, you could just kind of feel it. That was a challenge this defense took personally. You want to run it at us? You're going to try to run it at me? I'm going to stuff it before you get started.
So we're at the 2-minute warning here from Soldier Field. The Vikings likely looking at a field goal try. Will Lutz on to attempt the field goal. Pretty automatic look for him from the left. The kick by Lutz is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
That's the type of long, sustained drive that takes some of the starch out of your opponent. The only negative is that the kicking team was out there for a field goal and not an extra point. But they do come away with 3.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Brings in the kick at the 9. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops. First call here coming from the shotgun. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Throw left side, and Gesicki has it. It's a 30-yard gain block, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down.
Kate, that play's so indicative of why tight ends in this league have become just an X factor. Right, they're big, they can block at the line of scrimmage, but the elite guys, well, they've got that speed, and they can take something short and make a difference with it down the field.
On 1st down, they'll run with Montgomery. Has a lane inside the 25. And he has the Chicago touchdown. The Bears grow their lead just before halftime. David Montgomery with the touchdown. Later adds the PAT. And the Bears drive their lead to 11. Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Return starts from the goal line. Only manages to get this back to the 20 before he's taken down.
The Vikings take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Starting out trips right here. 1st and 10. To throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Back to the air. Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
As much as we talk about offenses wanting to stay ahead of the chains, they want to stay on script. Well, the defense, they want to rip that script up. And a sack like that, creating 3rd and extra longs, it's exactly how you get it done.
3rd and long for him here. They're on him again, and he goes down again. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down. Minnesota lined up in punt formation. And no doubt he wants to get his season started with a good one here. The Bears decide to call their first time out. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. On 4th down, it's the veteran Tress Way who's out for the punt. And this is going to be his first punt of the new season. Short drop, but he still gets away a very good punt. And a big hit on the return to stop him cold.
First and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Bears with some nice field position as they get set. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. The Vikings call a timeout. It'll be their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Hey, Kate, I think we know that the quarterback's a demanding position because not only do you have to have a clock in your head, but you've got to have a spatial awareness of where you're on the field. And once you start retreating, going backward and backward and backward, you got to just fling the ball in the stands. Otherwise, well, you take a huge negative sack like that.
That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
I hate to be Mr. Negative guy, but a sack 2 plays ago, an incompletion right there. All that's missing, Kate, is an interception on this play, and you're going to hand this quarterback a misfortune trifecta that nobody wants.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back to throw. Here's Tagovailoa. He finds Brown right side. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. Just before halftime, we get a timeout. Take it.
It's 4th down.
Likely our last play of the half, so they're leaving the offense out there. Back to throw it. On the move, headed right. Throw caught by his running back. And he winds up out of bounds nowhere near that marker, partner. So on 4th down, they turn it over. So that's the halfway point of this edition of the NFL on EA Sports. Brock and I will be back right after this. See what the first half adjustments of the season are as they're teed up, and away we go in our second half. Brown with a return here. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20.
Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Bears making their way up to the line. Here comes 1st and 10. In on the grounds here with Montgomery. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
Falls to the ground out left, incomplete.
Boy, offenses that connect in this intermediate zone are so effective. Getting a completion in that area, it not just sparks your offense, but it just turns that aggressive meter way up. They just couldn't quite find the connection.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on 3rd. It's his running back. And he's going to set them up with a first down on a huge gain.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Handoff running right, Montgomery. And they take him down, but there's a flag on the play. Easy call for the officials there. He was offsides at the snap, and that's going to cost him. A bit jumpy across the way there, and that halves the distance ahead of him on first down. Tagovailoa back to throw. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. Trying to find his tight end. And that sets up 2nd and 5.
5 yards to go.
Montgomery now up the middle. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead? But did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
They're going to throw it on 3rd and long. Completed over the middle. And they'll get him down after he gets into the 48. That's good for 7 yards. And that's a Chicago first down.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Going play action, Tagovailoa. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call. Running out of the gun with Montgomery. Ooh, they're on that one. 2nd down's going to end up in a loss of yards.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back, because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Couldn't connect with Jordan Addison. And they're going to be stuck with a 4th and long.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas, when you watch college game to the NFL game, that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
Tagovailoa to throw on 4th down. No place to go. They get him to the turf and force a turnover on downs.
Well, this play never had a chance between the pressure at home and the coverage downfield. QB still got to find a way to throw it up and give somebody an opportunity to make a play.
Coming left is Tracy. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. From the 37. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's going to give the Vikings the first down.
And the Vikings first down.
Working inside the red zone. That's caught at the 4. He's out of bounds. Looks like right around the 5-yard line, partner. So they're going to be set up with 1st and goal.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. To hit a curl route of that length, it takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
A give to Tracy up the middle. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
Listen, everybody in the huddle on the sidelines sure wanted a little bit more from that run, but you didn't go backwards. Still in a great spot, and can't wait to see what they do here on 2nd and goal.
At the 4-yard line.
Still chances to get these final 4 yards. It's 2nd and goal.
Set. Home to try. Counter. Set.
Again, it's Tracy. And this time he's got it. Touchdown, Minnesota. The Vikings start the 2nd half with some needed points. All right, so the offense does its job, Brock. Now they need their defense to give them a chance to overcome that big deficit.
The momentum in the building's clearly changed. We can feel it here in the booth, but you're right. It's now up to the defense to make a stop and give them a chance.
And they get the two-point conversion. He's in. The lead, only a field goal now. Critical two-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A three-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Ooh, a big lick from the coverage team there. And that is going to stop things before they can get it to the 30. Offense to the line. They're going to have trips right to start out.
All right, come on.
First down. Here's Tua. A throw left side. Caught by Brown. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Running on second with Montgomery. Takes out a one-stop, and he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
You know, Coach gets in that QB's headset, probably told his offense and his QB, listen, I don't want to see a third down on this possession. Or something kind of like that. Whatever version he told him, it worked.
Let's see how they attack this first down, Brock, from the 43. Tua off the play fake. Couldn't find a completion on first down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there, where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Set up the screen to Montgomery. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
It may not look like much on the stat sheet. This is kind of good on good. An offense gets completion, not going backwards, and the defense, well, they rallied, they pursued, and kept that screen to a minimal gain.
To the air, third and long. That one falls to the turf, couldn't hang on, it's incomplete. This one misses the tight end. So they're left facing a fourth down.
You know, quarterback's going to count on 99 of 100 times completing that short, simple route to a tight end. But even the shortest and simplest of throws will find a drop at some point, too.
Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. We've reached the end of 3 in our Week 1 opener. It's Bears football to begin the 4th as they try to hang on to the lead in a close game. From the 44-yard line now, 1st and 10. A give now to Montgomery. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
You know how we hear about teams and quarterbacks avoid targeting a stud quarterback, just throwing away from him? Maybe they should avoid running it anywhere near this guy. He's having no issue stopping these plays cold.
2nd and 10 now. Gets it to him on the screen. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Bears first down.
At that down and distance, this group was pretty confident the screen would get him enough yards for the first, and it did. But so long as it keeps working like that, that should be a go-to play for them when they need it the next time.
No luck finding his receiver that time. And now they face 2nd down.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw. You know, Kate, during draft season, I was talking to an NFL GM, and he said, you know what, in time, we're going to realize tackles for loss are just as big a deal as sacks. Sacks get so much of the popularity. Tackles for loss, when you knock that offense backwards, I promise you, in time, we'll be keeping a closer eye on plays like that one.
Short throws drops. This one's incomplete. Not on the same page with his tight end. And now they're staring at 4th and long.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit, Kate. You got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
That one's good to Godwin. And he goes out of bounds. That's going to set up first and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's first and goal. The run here. It's Montgomery. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on second and goal.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
That one's out and cut on the right side.
A good RPO play, it takes a lot of time. Proper decision-making from a calm, cool, collected offense. Well, that one didn't have any of it.
Big moment for them here to begin this new season. Here's third and goal. Tua now from the gun. And in for the Chicago touchdown. The Bears make it a 9-point advantage. Jordan Addison, the touchdown. Later on for the PAT. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we've got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. Well, you can't do that. Got to avoid hitting the kicker. And because of that, the kickoff will be coming from midfield. The Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. And it didn't look like he was seriously considering a return there, did it? So that touchback going to come out to the 35. Good field position to start with for the Vikings. It's first and 10. Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. Finds him on the crossing route. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. They managed 22 on the rip and a first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory. Herbert on first down. He puts some juice on it deep. And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Kirby Joseph picks it.
Well, obviously not the cleanest game without 2 interceptions, but here's the key. This is where mental toughness for a quarterback becomes so critical. And frankly, why some of the best QBs playing today have baseball in their background, because you flush your mistakes. Okay, you strike out and throw an interception, but you got to go get it in that next series. Got to put these interceptions behind and press forward ahead. I can say this definitively, that is not the way you thank your defense for giving you the football. Don't follow that other quarterback's steps and toss it right back to him. He got away with one.
Here's Montgomery. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means third down coming up.
I talked to a bunch of different GMs, Kate, especially around draft time, and they all say the same thing. Linebackers are so hard to find. It's hard to transition from the college game that's in so much space to this game where you've got to play in a phone booth, yet have that explosiveness to chase a play on the outside down like that linebacker just did.
They connect on the deep shot. And he's going to be taken down, but plenty of damage already done.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
Montgomery gets it from the gun. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards.
These stops, they don't always make the end-of-game highlight reels, but they absolutely should. The coaches and players know it. Offenses are always counting on yards on that type of run. And anytime it results in a loss, it could be a potential drive killer.
He gets it out left, and it's gone.
Complete to number 3, Jordan Addison. The tackle made back at the 44-yard line.
It's the 2-minute warning from Chicago. Bears looking like they'll start this season with a win. Let's see what they went with on third down.
All right. 22.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. Completed to his running back. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
That's caught. This is Addison. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. What a call. They wind up with 12 on fourth down and pull off the conversion.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
It's Montgomery on the counter. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
Well, no springing a big play on that one. It's just going to simply be used as a setup play. Whether that's another run or eventually what I love, setting up a play-action pass off that counter action.
On second down, it's Montgomery again. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards.
This game has evolved so much over the years, but there's just certain times, there's certain moments, some flashes of greatness like that you see Dick Butkus, that you see Jack Lambert, that you see Mike Singletary. These middle linebackers stuffing around. This guy in particular, like the greats used to do.
Working fast as the clock ticks towards 0.
13 yards on the play. That's another Bears first down.
Oh, Gronk, look at this. He's setting up to throw it. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Chicago! The Bears can put this out of reach as they make it a 16-point lead. David Montgomery with the touchdown. His third total score this game. Prater on for the PAT. Bad weather doesn't affect that extra point. It's good. And the Bears take a 3-possession lead. Bears kicking team all ready to go, and they kick this one away. Return starts from the goal line. And he made a push for the 30-yard line before going out just a bit shy.
The Vikings take over first and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
All right, this is going to be the final play of the game. One final shot here. And he won't escape. The Bears take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up. So the Bears come away with a win. And this isn't just anyone in a...
Don't get put in that blender. Hold on, who is you? Pat him down before you enter. Don't you hang with the ops talking about he don't remember. Trying to copy what I do. You is not a printer. Cooped up, tooped up. Get they suit tucks begging. I ain't even got $2 for you. Roll call when I'm coming with me. No, this ain't jump ball. You can't jump with me. Ballin' jump, man. Touch hands. We about to bump then. Better bang yours. Cause I bang mine. This ain't happen overnight. It take time. You seen the Super Bowl, the cheat code. Game time. Game time. Game time. Game time. Yeah, it's game time. What I want for Christmas too. That's the same time with me, it's game time. But with you, yeah, it's same time. Hey, keep playing around, get your head. Don't wanna live right, well, alright, leave you dead wrong. Hey, well, okay. I catch the dog, he getting the beat like it's Dre, like the money in the bank. You better play where it's safe. Told him Bella fill his tank, run up to the next state. I get down, I get dirty, catch him on the public. Thinking he gon' get a pass from the slimy stomach. Hungry for it, see an issue and I rub my stomach. Enough paper to make a book, I could get it published. What? You on?
Football is back. I'm Scott Hansen, and this is the new EA Sports Weekly Recap for Week 1 of the 2025 regular season. Plenty to get to. Let's start in Landover. The Commanders at home to take on the New York Giants. And it's the 10-time Pro Bowler, Travis Kelce. He'll take it all the way to the end zone. What a play for the score. The Giants come away with the victory on the road in the season opener. From there, it's down to the Big Easy in New Orleans. We'll check in on the Saints as they play host to the Arizona Cardinals. And it's the veteran Baker Mayfield. He connects on the touchdown pass 18 yards away. Got one more to show you. Let's go to Denver. It's the Broncos taking on the Tennessee Titans. And it's Bo Nix hooking up with his man for the touchdown here. One of 3 touchdown passes for him in the ballgame. The Titans move to 1-0. They get the victory in the season opener. That'll do it for us. Until next week, Scott Hansen in Orlando. Good night from all of us at EA Sports.
Woo! Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. If I got to bring it to you cowards, then it's gonna be quick. Alright, all your men have been to jail before? Whoa. And all them upper cats you run with, get done with, dumb quick. You gon' approach the dog with some bump. They go to click. Now I'm 1-1. All over some dump. Ain't that some? It's remind me of clubs. Every time you come around, it's like, what? I just gotta get my. And I don't know who the you think you talking to, but I'm not him, alright? Slim, so watch what you do, or you gon' find yourself next to someone else. And we all thought you loved yourself, but that couldn't have been the issue. Or maybe they just saying that now cause they miss you. Try to diss you. That's why you laying on your back, looking at the roof of the church. Preacher telling the truth and it hurts. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. Off the chain, I leave soft in the brain. Still want the fame, off the name. First of all, you ain't rap long enough to be with me. And you ain't strong enough. So whatever it is you they got you thinking that you Superman. I got the kryptonite. With my the mic. Yeah, characters, not even good actors. What's gonna be the outcome? Let's add up all the factors. You act, you twisted, your girls are you broke, the kid ain't yours, and everybody know. Your own man say you stupid. You be like, so, I love my baby mother. I never let her go. I'm tired of weak whining over that don't belong to them. What's wrong with them? It's up for real, like my mans in them, who get it all in the strength of their hands with them. Man, y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. I bring down rings so heavy it hurts the head. No more talk, put them in the stand. You keep walking, unless you're trying to end up. Cause if I end up fed, I end up. Cause you just soft type. What? Fake up north type. It's like a soft fight. Dog is a dog, blood thicker than water. We done been through the mud and we quicker to slaughter. The bigger the order, the more we run out. When up in there, everybody come out. When nobody burn out. Sun in the sun out. I'ma keep out. Running his mouth, I'ma flung out. Listen, yo, it's about to be. You know who gon' find you? Some old man fishing. Grandma wishing you the best, but it's hard to digest with the sound of your chest. Y'all gon' make me lose my mind. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me go all out. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me act a fool. Up in here, up in here. Y'all gon' make me lose my cool. Up in here, up in here. 1, 2, meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. On my don't meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. On my big ball. Don't meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. On my don't meet me outside. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. On my street people. Meet me outside. Meet me outside. Got y'all bouncing again. Bouncing again. Bouncing again. Man, that's got you bouncing again. Bouncing again. Bouncing again. Got y'all bouncing again. Bouncing again. Bouncing again. Come on. Bouncing again. Bouncing again. Bouncing again.
what's a black grand national? Being rational, give them what they ask for. It's not enough. Few solid left, but it's not enough. Few that'll really step, but it's not enough. Say you bigger than myself, but it's not enough. I get on it. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I made them mad. Yeah, somebody gotta do it. I take the G-pad, watching do it. We survived outside, all from the music. What? They like, what he on? This the Alpha and Omega. Welcome home. This is not a song. This is a revelation. How to get a gone. Need you a man, baby. I don't understand, baby. Pay your bill and